3 intermediate sprints on laps 4, 8 and 12 to gain some points for the overall classification. Important for all skaters that are on the edge for qualifying for the 2026 Olympic Games. So let's see what this race will bring. It was an exciting race last weekend in Heerenveen with Jorrit Bergsma having that great solo of 6 laps, finishing all on his own when he's winning his second mass start of the season. Then the race has started. 15 laps to go for 23 men on the ice. Well, we saw with the Dutch women, very tactical race. A lot of attacks early in that race. Everyone watching a bit to each other. Only some attacks towards the intermediate sprint. Now we already see some early action. Dumfries, Bello and Torp. They are immediately taken over by another group of skaters. You see Gilek in front. The new track record holder on the 5,000 meters. Schmid in second, Weideman in third as we heard the bell for the last lap or the final lap before the first intermediate sprint, of course. The last 2 Canadians joining the party in the front of the race. Weideman and Gelina Bijlu. Those are the number 1 and 2 on the finish line for that first intermediate sprint together with Schmid. They take up 3, 2 and 1 point. Stolz there on the inside looks over his right shoulder to see what everyone is doing. And then we see another attack in the front of the race. It is Victor Hallertorp together with Belloir and Mathieu. Those two try to make a gap towards the peloton, but see that the number 20, Jahor Damaretsky, closes the gap to front skater Torp, looks over his left shoulder, sees the peloton rushing towards them. Already a high pace early in this race. Bergsma now there on the outside with that yellow helmet. Clearly visible from that point of view. We hear the bell for the second intermediate sprint. Bergsma now closing that gap all on his own. Closely followed by Petzold from Germany and of course Swings from Belgium. Can't really gain too much. Torp Victor moves to the outside. Bergsma already going for the intermediate sprint and gains 3 points in this second intermediate sprint. Petzold in second, Swings takes up the final point. Already a different tactic that we saw compared to what we saw last weekend, where Bergsma didn't do a lot early in the race. He had one attack quite soon after the start, but then hold back to have enough endurance left for those final 6 laps that will already pass right now. Holwerd now for the Dutch in the leading group. This Weideman not by one, it's Ciperon and Stolz for Team USA, together with Holwerf, the Frenchman, Lobino and Mali. Those are the 5 skaters in front. They look behind them. Bart swings, trying to close that gap. Sees that are some skaters in that leading group as he joins them. 6 skaters now in the lead. Giovanni, number 3 on his helmet, tries to close the gap, and also Jilek tries to go with him as we heard the bell for that third and last intermediate sprint. Mali leading the group now on the inside. Lamino takes over the lead. As you see Holwerf getting the pace down a little bit. Lamino, Ciperon and Mali, they now have the overspeed. They will go on with their attack. As they're still in the lead, and they also take the points for that last intermediate sprint. Right behind them it is Jorrit Bergsma in the back. Again, setting that attack, closing that gap towards the first 5 skaters. Odor with that big push now takes over the lead, sets up the pace. Jorrit moves to the outside, swings now on the inside, takes over. As we see again, 2 skaters in the front. We have 2 more laps to go. Odor and Wenger. Can they hold on? Odor in the back of Wenger. Right behind him it is Stolz. Stolz trying to close that gap to the leading skaters with 1.5 laps to go. This is quite a dangerous situation, I would say, for the other men. As Stolz has some pace. Goes along the outside as we hear the bell for the last lap for Stolz. Takes over the lead, and there it is. Bergsma trying to close that gap, but it is Stolz with pace. As he looks behind him, goes into the final corner on his way to the finish line. It's all about Stolz. Stolz taking his 2nd win of today and his 5th win of this weekend. It is the winner, Jordan Stolz, on this men's mass start. Swings, takes home the silver medal. Giovanni in 3rd. It was a hectic last couple of meters there for the peloton, but a great last 1.5 laps of Stolz, closing that gap to Lobino and Odor. And in the end, winning this men's mass start. There we saw the final stretch of this men's mass start, and also the fall of the number 10, Gabriel Odor. After that great last few laps, there it is. Touching skates together with Jorrit Bergsma. But what a win again for Jordan Stolz. His first mass start win.